Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be showing demo on autoscaling. Without wasting our time, let us get into an action. For easy to understand, I have opened 3 different Unix sessions. One on the top where I will be running a command to create Kubernetes services and deployment. And in the bottom one, I will be monitoring the horizontal pod scaler. On the right hand side, where I will be running a command, this command will actually increase the load for the deployment that we create. Once that load is utilized to the maximum, the number of replicas will eventually get increased. Once I stop that process by killing that command, automatically the load will go down, and then you can see that the number of replicas will also go down automatically. That is what we are going to see in this demo. For this demo, I am going to follow a documentation from the kubernetes.io. I will share this link in the description. Let us run the command. So on the top Unix box, I'm going to create the deployment and services. So there are 2 YAML files, one for the deployment, another one for the service. The service is needed here in this example just to access the URL through the load balancer. So let us open this. I wanted to show you something what you need to know specific to this example. Here I am defining the limits for the CPU. So as long as if the pod utilization is within the limit, your replica count is going to be 1. If it goes beyond that utilization that is defined in the horizontal pod autoscaler, then every time when it reaches that limit, the number of replicas is going to get increased by 1, and it will keep increasing until it reaches the maximum count. So let me go and create the deployment and services. Okay, now I have created the deployment and services. Watch. You can see here I have created a deployment with the name php-apache, and you can see there is only one replica so far created. So kubectl watch. HPA is one of the service called horizontal pod autoscaler. So I'm going to run a command. Okay. So this command will basically we are going to define as I mentioned before, when it reaches the 50% of the CPU utilization, increase the pod by 1. So in this example, I'm going to show this demo using the imperative. Imperative means you are running the command through command line. Like basically you are defining all the configuration through the command line. So most of all my videos, the recommended way is to do through a declarative, that is running through YAML file. But for this example, I'm going to run through commands. So let me download that command from the browser. This is a command which I copied from the browser from kubernetes.io. What basically I'm doing here, I'm telling that the deployment what I created earlier, php-apache, whenever the CPU percentage is increasing by 50, increase my pod by 1. So maximum the pod can go by 10. That is what I'm defining it here. So when I run this one, you can see that there is a horizontal pod autoscaler. Autoscaler is get created. So just give for few seconds. Your target is currently as unknown. It will change it to the utilization, actual utilization. Right now, your actual utilization of your for your deployment php-apache is 0 because no one is accessing that application. That's why you see it as 0%, and then you see the number of replica count is 1. What I'm going to do now, on the right hand screen on this session, I'm going to increase the load for the deployment php-apache. So for that, you need to run this command. So if you see here, this is the application URL, okay, and for this application URL, you are just increasing the load by running a while command. So that means you every few seconds you are increasing the load. Let me go and run it. What happens when you run? You can see that number of percentage here will be increasing. Let's wait for yeah, see here it became like 29%. Anything goes beyond 50, your number of replica count will increase by 1. So maximum the limit here we define here is 10. That's what we set here. So now 242, that means you can see very soon you can see the replica by 5. I think 5. You can see the replica count by 5. Let's watch in the meantime. Watch kubectl get deployment. Okay, so you see here, so there are like 5 replicas get increased here. Yeah, see here the same got updated here. So because the process we are increasing the load by running this command. So what I'm going to do at some point, I'm going to stop this command so that the number of utilization will come down eventually. As soon as when it comes down to 0%, your replica from the current let's say 5, it will go back to 1. So which is the minimum part. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to simply do a Control-C to stop this process. I'm not doing anything new. I'm exactly following what is given in the document. Let me do Control-C and enter. So this process takes some time, and I will be like putting this video on a pause for some time. So you can see here the number of replica is 6 and that the target utilization is 56. So once it reaches to 0%, the number of replicas will also go down one by one. So what I'm going to do, I am going to maybe I'll put this video on a pause. Okay, when this is happening, I'm wanted to tell you about how this same exercise can be done through a declarative way, right? So let me go back to the document. So in this document, at the bottom, you can define or you can give all this behavior, all these condition in the YAML itself, where you can define your minimum replicas as 1 and maximum replicas as 10, and then this is exactly nothing but what you are given in the command. So let me show you the command. Okay, anyway, so basically whatever the command we gave earlier, that is something we convert that into a YAML file. When you run this YAML, so you need not to, because in real time all this auto scaling, the number of users accessing will be a real time, where no one will be running these commands on the command line to do auto scaling. So yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, because most of these activities will be a real time. So that's why the recommended way of doing this auto scaling is always through the declarative way. Just for to understand, I'm just explaining through a command line. Let me pause this video and I will enable it little bit later so that you can see the count can go from 6 to 1. Okay, you can see that the number of parts or replicas came down to 1. I hope you understand how autoscaling works. So this is one of the important features in deployment controller. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe it. Thank you.